let's talk about news videos. Oh, come on. Okay, let's talk about the news. The news videos, guys. News. That's right. E3 kicked off, and we have a ton of news. Yes, news video. Alright, so let's skip to the... Let's stop being less formal. Let's jump right into it. Let's go! Before E3 2019 even kicked off, there was a Pokemon Sword and Shield Nintendo Direct coming out. And of course, Pokemon Sword and Shield was able to be the big talk of this Pokemon Direct. However, for Pokemon Sword and Shield, there will be a big open world for you to explore in Pokemon, and because of Galore region's fascinations towards Pokemon battles and that becoming the main source of entertainment, Pokemon gyms act like stadiums, which is kind of very interesting. And plus, there is some new gameplay mechanics such as Dynamax, where you can make your Pokemon into giant Pokemon, which is insane. Of course, we got introduced to the Professor and the Professor's assistant, Sonia, that has been pretty much bombarded with Rule 34 fan arts. Well, way more before the Water Gym Leader got her fill. But enough with that. There was the new Professor, the Professor's assistant. They showed off the champion, and of course your rival, and of course a few new Pokemon, and of course more stuff regarding the Galore region. However, there will be 4-player co-op battles, well, 4-player co-op raid battles where you go up against giant Dynamax Pokemon, especially legendaries, and you can catch them, as you can see in the trailer. And of course, the legendaries have been revealed. So, yes, I'm having a hard time trying to get the names nailed off, so I will read them off the list for you. So, with that said, here we go. The legendaries are Zacian, that's for Sword, and Zamazenta for Shield. So, alright, Zacian, if you're a Sword picker, if you pick Sword, you're gonna get Zacian. Zamazenta if you go with Pokemon Shield. And of course the release date, let me get back in here. It's been a long while, okay. November 15th. Okay, so we're looking at a November 15th release for the Nintendo Switch. So, yeah. So, yes, this big Pokemon Direct kicked off before E3 2019 even happened. Got everybody hyped up and excited for E3 2019. Man, we Nintendo fans just like to get spoiled, do we? But anyway, Sword and Shield looks very interesting, and pretty much there was some big, huge things that's gonna happen, and yeah, just Pokemon just now wander without random encounters. Now I don't know if random encounters are gonna be coming back, or you can see Pokemon walk by itself, which is actually kind of surprising. But all this is happening all because of the Nintendo Switch's technology, and of course the Tegra X1, and of course we're seeing that happen. It does gradually happen. I mean, as Pokemon gets itself transitioned to the main platform, which is the Nintendo Switch, this has been, well, a Pokemon game, a main Pokemon game has never even been on a main console. There was never a Pokemon main core game, but Pokemon spin-offs were the only thing to show up on the Wii, the Wii U, even GameCube. So pretty much the main games are saved for the handheld versions, but with Nintendo Switch being a hybrid, this marks Pokemon's first time being the main line in a big, huge premium console that is kind of like the Switch. You play it at home, you can play it on the go. So yeah, there's that switch in transition, and when you have that switch in transition to more powerful hardware besides a handheld console, you are going to open yourself up to that technology. You're going to have the ability to have a huge, big, open world where you can run around and catch Pokemon. And actually, it's, and how the wild area works, they're wild, yeah, that's what they're calling it now. Now, Pokemon will appear depending on where you are and depending on its weather. So it's basically more dynamic than ever, I am suspecting. So, yeah. So with Pokemon going, so yeah, get ready for November 15th, and that's going to happen. So, yeah. So basically, Pokemon Let's Go, Pikachu and Eevee was there basically to shut us up until that comes out. And now with Pokemon Sword and Shield coming out, as soon as Pokemon Sword and Shield comes out, okay, we'll play through Pokemon Sword and Shield. Alright, everybody will play through Sword and Shield, and they're going to be done. They're going to get done with the after game stuff, and they're going to want more Pokemon. Oh, hey, here's the Let's Go series. Oh, I mean, not the Let's Go series. Here's Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Here you go, more Pokemon. So basically, Pokemon's transitioning to home consoles. Well, to be fair, hybrid. Home and portable console. So, yeah. But anyway, enough about me rambling on and on about Pokemon. Let's get right on going. With the Polymega heading towards their, well, summer release window, what is Polymega? What is Polymega? Polymega is essentially a console dedicated to retro gaming, where pretty much the main unit has you playing disc games that work with, yes, disc games that are PlayStation, Sega Saturn, Neo Geo CD, but however, you get these things called modules, where if you plan it on top of your Polymega and plug it in here as an add-on, you can play NES, SNES, Genesis, Saturn, TurboGrafx. So yeah, they're coming out with modules from left and right, and they're coming out with their things going around here. And how this works is that basically Polymega is all about games you play on your HD TV for retro. Even from NES all the way up to Sega Saturn and PS1. So, yes, if you're a huge, big game collector, it is worth it. But, however, what about those light gun games like House of the Dead and Duck Hunt? Well, Sinden Technologies have been working on that technology forever. But now they're collaborating with Polymega because Polymega is coming out with a light gun that will work on HD TVs. So yes, Polymega will be releasing their HD light gun in collaboration with Sinden Technologies, so you can play House of the Dead and Duck Hunt. That's cool, and I cannot wait to get a hold of this. I mean, hell, I could play Duck Hunt on an HD TV. Plug in there, I could play House of the Dead 1. Maybe, so yeah. So that's crazy on an HD TV. So that is something crazy. And I know Sinden Technologies is still working on it and improving the thing and making it able to work with, hey, we're going to go to Sega. So yes, so Mr. Sinden Technologies, keep up the good work. Keep working on your HD light gun technology. And Polymega, my goodness, man. You are coming out with promises, and boy, even though you didn't show your face at the Game On Expo in 2017, you are sure kicking things off. And yeah, I'm kind of curious. I'm way more curious for a Polymega now, cause that's insane. Cause as an avid retro game collector myself, all the complications of, well, you can. Okay, you don't have to get you don't have to use like mod chips for your PlayStation 1. You can play anything from any region. Any goddamn region. So any region all the way up to PlayStation 1, that's damn well impressive. So from the NES days to the PlayStation 1 and Sega Saturn days, that's crazy, and no region locking. Any region, which is pretty freaking cool. So that means anybody can get a hold of Radiant Silver Gun, dust off their Saturn copy of Radiant Silver Gun, and play it in the cover of their HD TV without ever needing an Xbox. So that is actually kind of impressive. So, however, I don't know if there was a price on the light gun, though. I gotta check on that. So, I don't see a price on there, so... yeah. But, however, that light gun is gonna launch slightly after the Polymega's launch. So, it's not gonna release at launch. But, however, at least we know that there's an HD light gun happening. And technology for HD light guns are happening and becoming a thing. And now people can hook up their NES to an HD TV and blast the things. Oh man. I mean, come on, Sinden. You have kickstarted something, and I gotta love you. Now, House of the Dead... well, man, House of the Dead can be enjoyed truly in HD. And with that said, that is insane. So, potential for Polymega. Alright, let's keep right on going. Next story. However, I hate to say it, the press conferences of E3 2019 were a complete mess. Which is horribly sad. So, wow. Microsoft, they did try, and they did show off details about their new next-gen Xbox known as the Xbox Scarlet. There has been some new developing stories. I'll look into that. But, however, we're looking at a holiday 2020 release, so that next generation is heading around the corner. However, this is, they have pretty much upped their specs, allegedly, and if that is possible, I'll be able to do that. But, however, there's more development on the story pretty much soon. They did show off a trailer that was teasing about their next-gen Xbox, so that does look interesting. So, however, they do have a lot of interesting lineups that do involve new reveals, so that is surprising. Spiritfarer looks nice, and yeah. However, a lot of the games that have been revealed on the show floor have been both Windows 10 and, Windows 10 and Xbox One. So, yeah. Oh, on Windows 10 and Xbox One, both. So, yeah, they are acknowledging PC gaming. They are acknowledging gaming on Windows. They are fully aware of it. So, however, the fact that they're bringing games both to Xbox One and PC a lot of the time and doing a lot more, they're planning their actions carefully. Because what if Scarlet comes out, Scarlet doesn't do well, and PC gaming does better than consoles once again, because every generation, PC gaming comes in and just outdates them in terms of specs and just come out whooping. So, that's something that does kind of happen throughout generation after generation. So it's nice to see that Microsoft is thinking more about Windows 10 alongside the Xbox. Alright. However, there are a few that are exclusive to Xbox One. But, however, one takeaway from the Microsoft press conference, ladies and gentlemen, was Phantasy Star Online 2 happening in spring 2020. Yes, PC and Xbox One, Phantasy Star Online 2, the localization is still happening, ladies and gentlemen. Woohoo! Yes, and Bethesda messed it all up. And hey, there was Ghostwire Tokyo. That looks nice. That looks fun. I'm curious. It's from Tango Gameworks, the studio that was crafted by the creator of Resident Evil. So you have Ghostwire Tokyo looking nice. Deathloop looks very interesting to touch into. But however, it's not going to hide the fact that it was just slaughtered by, hey, we got mobile games, hey, Fallout 76, we messed up totally bad, but hey, here's a Battle Royale, and then what they did to Commander Keen was not so unforgivable with the gaming community, because they thought it was a good idea to take Commander Keen and then give it a mobile reboot. That's... then there's an Elder Scrolls mobile game. Whatever. But, however, it was all out. But hey, Doom Eternal, man. And that collector's edition looks nice. I can't wait for that. I want that collector's edition. I want to get that Doom guy helmet. My goodness, that looks freaking nice. So yeah, Doom Eternal kicking off. That's pretty crazy. And then we have Ubisoft. A lot of people on Twitter have pointed out that the whole press conference has been nothing but Tom Clancy games. There are a few exceptions. There's Watch Dogs Legion. That looks very interesting. And, of course, they did manage to do a little performance, a little dance for Just Dance 2020! And, of course, as always. And then they came here and announced their Uplay service. That's going crazy. They seem to pretty much, same with Bethesda, they kind of showed other things. However, Devolver did have a few things to reveal for news. But, however, on the bright side, they did make like a little brilliant skit, so they did save themselves by coming out with this hilarious, clever skit. When it comes to Bethesda's press conferences, they're satirical and they're pretty much clever jabs at them. So pretty much they become more entertaining, even though there is less games. So that does happen. I can't wait for Carrion though. Man, I love the game where you can play as one hell of a monster. And then we already talked about Ubisoft, right? Alright, and there was Square Enix that revealed a lot about Final Fantasy VII, showed off the gameplay, even just showed off, hey, there's Final Fantasy VIII Remastered. Oh, and the Saga series, guess what? We're going to see more Saga games come to English, guys. More Saga games. Final Fantasy VIII Remastered, and the Saga games are getting remastered and finally localized, for crying out loud. Okay. And then, all of a sudden, they ended off with Avengers. So, of course, I mean, by showing off Tifa, they thought they had the show. Really, they thought they had the show. But Nintendo came in and just made us all riot and just had to steal the show. And that's where Nintendo ended up carrying the whole show. They showed off 2 new Smash Brothers DLC characters, the hero from Dragon Quest and Banjo-Kazooie. That's a surprise. They showed off No More Heroes 3. They showed off a remake to Panzer Dragoon, and then they teased a sequel to Breath of the Wild. Oh yes, and then pretty much they showed off more about the Animal Crossing New Horizon that will be coming out in March 2020. So yes, this is going to be... So yes, that press conference went insane. They showed off release dates for Daemon Ex Machina and Astral Chain, heck yes. Oh my goodness. And then all of a sudden, there is a lot of things going on from Square's side. There was the remake of Trials of Mana. Not only that, but out now, there is a collection of Mana where you can get all 3 of those Mana games. You do get Final Fantasy Adventure, Secret of Mana, and Trials of Mana Original. Not only that, but Trials of Mana Original is translated to English and finally localized, so that is insane. You will go insane. And I kind of look at the Trials of Mana remake, and I'm like wondering, hey, why are people saying it's that bad? That looks nice and gorgeous. My goodness, that looks nice and gorgeous. My goodness. Must be optimization issues, but whatever. Things happen. And then you have Spyro Ni no Kuni 1, Ni no Kuni 1, and then you have Alien Isolation being a thing, and you have Super Lucky's Tale coming out for the Switch. That's insane. And, yeah. Things went a little lot, it went a lot more haywire than ever. Panzer Dragoon. By the way, I found the press conferences all archived. Source links in the description. Source links in the description. Source links in the description. Okay. With that said, with that out of the way, anyway, the press conferences, everybody messed up and Nintendo had to carry everybody. Well, Square Enix thought they had it. Microsoft did what they could. I mean, Microsoft put up a decent show. Okay. So you do have Microsoft at least tried. All right. That's pretty good. But Square Enix thought they had it by showing off Final Fantasy VII Remake, and they thought they had it by saying, "Hey, we got all these remasters kicking off." All of a sudden, oh, we got Marvel's Avengers to end things off. Hey, there's a huge thing. Oh, get ready for the Avengers. They thought they had it. But Nintendo was like, hold my damn beer. And they won everybody. They just won E3 2019. And boy, oh boy, they did a heck of a good job. They did nothing but, hey, here's the game, here's the gameplay, here's the game, here's the gameplay, here's more details, more details, more details. Hey, we got Smash DLC coming up. Take a look. We got Dragon Quest Hero and Banjo-Kazooie. Oh yeah, sorry about that. Banjo-Kazooie, guys. Here's Banjo-Kazooie. Okay, and then we have Panzer Dragoon getting remade. That's crazy. That's pretty insane. I've lost my mind. I mean, I was pretty much well aware that there was more details about Pokemon Sword and Shield, but I wasn't paying attention. I flipped out and lost my shit. I wasn't even paying attention. I was freaking out over Panzer Dragoon constantly 24/7. So I missed out a lot about Pokemon Sword and Shield, but Panzer Dragoon. Panzer Dragoon, guys. Panzer Dragoon. They ended off. That's crazy. But anyway, with that said, let's get right on going to the news. What's going on? What? What do you mean? There's something going on? What? Oh, what? Well, Konami is probably on their redemption arc. They're probably getting things figured out. Yeah, Konami messed up really bad, but however, Konami is on that road to redemption by releasing the anniversary collections for Castlevania, as you notice, and also for Contra. Yes, there is a Contra anniversary collection, along with a brand new Contra game called Rogue Corps. So, yes. Anyway, let's keep right on going. However, in their redemption arc, Konami seeks to pretty much bring back a very interesting system called the TurboGrafx 16. However, if you were in Japan, you have been very aware of PC Engine. However, guess what? Konami is basically releasing a TurboGrafx 16 Mini as well as a PC Engine Mini for the Japanese audiences. And of course there will be sold separately a multi-tap which will allow for up to 5 players to play simultaneously, and the games revealed so far is Ys 1 and 2. Fantastic. I played the remakes on Steam. They were fantastic. Okay, so Ys 1 and 2, New Adventure Island, by the way. There is Ninja Spirit and R-Type, alright. But however, if you head on over to the site for the PC Engine Mini, you will see games like Bonk and Castlevania Rondo of Blood in there. Yes, Castlevania Rondo of Blood. So if you want to go import happy, here you go. However, there is no release date for the TurboGrafx yet. Alright. But however, so far we got a hold of their official site, which you can check in the description. Source links in the description. And yeah. You have quick save, you have like these little save states and load states, and then you have your output change options. Alright, you want 4x3, you want 60x9, okay, pretty good. But however, no release date as of yet, but however, Konami is on that redemption arc. So yeah, it's finally nice to see, alright, we gotta whip ourselves back into gear, alright. We need to figure something out, because we got a lot of people hating us. A lot of people are pissed at us. We need to figure something out. Hey guys, let's go to our redemption arc. We need to redeem ourselves. Alright, because we got Castlevania messed up. We lost our spirit for the sake of Bloodstain, and we lost our Hideo Kojima for the sake of Death Stranding. So we messed up pretty bad, guys. We need to figure something out here. So yeah, I think they're on that redemption. Because of them being on that redemption arc, everybody's like, Konami's like, God damn it! Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Why did I made Igarashi quit? Why did I make Kojima? Why did I do all this stuff to Kojima? Now there's Death Stranding. Now there's Bloodstain. I'm screwed. Alright, I'll make it right. Alright, we'll come up with anniversary collections, and then we'll make a TurboGrafx 16 mini console. I think that's what's going on. And then we gotta figure something out about those business practices, because those are draconian. Yeah, those business practices are very draconian. Not only that, but, you messed up when you decided to demote someone to desk job, from what I've heard, because you were expecting a niche game to sell millions? Come on. Oh my goodness. And then I heard more details about their business practices from Review Tech USA. I was like, oh, no. And then everybody, and even publishers were roasting the hell out of Konami. But however, it's great to see Konami be like, well, we made an oopsie. We made an oopsie, guys. We made an oopsie. And come out with these anniversary collections, and they come out with the TurboGrafx 16 mini game. Yeah. They need to do that. And there's a lot of things Konami needs to do right now. If they're expecting to last long, they better get started now. So, that's it. Anyway, on to the next story. What do you mean? What? No way. That cannot be. Oh, it is. And then the user reviewers are pointing out to a pack. Oh. Okay. Alright, well, Illusion just ended up releasing a localization of their latest Eroge where you can create a waifu and do whatever you think, if you know what I mean. And, however, the game will be titled Koikatsu Party. And, of course, it is out now on Steam for $60. But, however, there is a restoration patch that restores more of the R18 content. Not only that, but however, the game is marked adults only, so unless you have that adults only check mark checked on your Steam preferences, you will not be able to see this game at all in your Steam page. But, however, if you head on over to the official site, there is a restoration patch which you can install into the game that pretty much restores a lot of it. They had to separate everything into a restoration pack due to constraints and shenanigans. Yeah. Things happen, but however, what is going on with Koikatsu Party? Koikatsu Party is a create-your-own waifu title. However, not only that, but however, it more caters towards the moe anime style compared to Honey Select's realistic style. So, okay. But however, in case you guys haven't heard of it, there is an official English site for the localization for Custom Order Made 3D2, which I really, that is as far as I can go as linking things. Because anyway, I went through their official notices blog tab, and they did say that they are done with the game and they're expecting fans to wait a little bit more longer. So, with Custom Order Made 3D2's English translation official, heading towards Steam and Nutaku storefronts, let's see how Custom Order Made 3D2 will fare with. Well, actually, they're not going to make a budget. They're all create your own waifus, but hey. I would like to have a full-on create-your-own waifu Roge set in the fantasy world where we can have Kemono Mimis with fully actual animal ears and animal tails. We can make actual Kemono Mimi characters, and it'll be set in a fantasy setting. Either that, or we'll end up with like a huge selection, or where you have like up to 50 waifus or whatever, and where we could do various activities of it. Maybe that can happen. I would like to see that happen. I would like to see a fantasy style create your waifu with Kemono Mimi features where you can have actual animal ears and tail rather than just costume add-ons which you get from Honey Selected Custom Order Made. So yeah, it's great to see, and this is one of the latest Uroges, and Koikat's party caters more to the anime style opposed to Honey Select's realistic style. I already mentioned that up. But, however, the Steam store link is pretty much up for the sake of your curiosity, so that is very interesting. So, if you do have adults only game mark, Koikatsu Party, worth checking out, so that's something interesting. And now on to a news story that we have been missing out on that is kind of worth talking about. Now, thanks to the guys at Gematsu.com for coming out with this article. However, Spice and Wolf VR came out, and pretty much it is a VR game based off of the Spice and Wolf series. If you remember, it was a manga and an anime. So when it came to the Spice and Wolf VR game, it's a huge thing, and Holo is a big deal. So yes, Spice and Wolf centers around this wolf girl named Holo. So of course, a kimono waifu. And of course, it is out now for Oculus Rift, HTC Vive, PlayStation VR, and Nintendo Switch, which really should not have surprised me because there was that Nintendo Labo VR kit. So, of course, when there's like that Nintendo Labo VR headset kit coming out, there's gonna be like, oh, Nintendo Switch VR, oh, here we go. Alright, that does tend to happen from here and there. Okay, so, yeah. However, the biggest thing I wanted to touch on is how there is a feature called Interactive Mode where you can pat Holo's head and you can play with Holo's fluffy tail, and kind of like basically how it works. You interact with your wolf girl waifu from left and right and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, you pet her ears, pet her tail. Everybody keeps spelling her name as Holo, and I kind of remember people pronouncing her name being Horo. That does happen. I mean, things happen. Complicated things. Horo, Holo, whatever. But hey, it is a big deal. But however, with this interactive mode feature, this interactive mode feature is present on the PC version, you know, the Oculus and the HTC Vive, and the Nintendo Switch. This version will not be having, yes, I'm talking about the PlayStation VR version, ladies and gentlemen. The PlayStation VR version will not have that interactive mode. Yeah. Because of their strict content policy, guys. Their strict content policies. Okay, so in case you missed out on, there was a content policy that is a huge, strict international content policy that kind of becomes, that makes, it is international, so that means even Japanese games are having a hard time getting their games published on PlayStation. And pretty much their strict policies basically target towards waifu, fan service, suggestive, and sexual themes. So basically, Sony is going anal and censoring the waifu from left and right. So that's what's going on with the content censorship, the content policy controversy. And with that kind of said, your PlayStation library and your Xbox library are dictated. Alright, they are pretty much dictated. As for PC, you have tons of games for you to explore, and you can play whatever you wish. You can even touch on an AO rated game. Alright. PlayStation, Xbox, Sony, and Microsoft would not bother having an AO rated game. Because they fear the backlash. And with Sony's censorship policies going insane, going haywire, I mean, what's the point of getting a PlayStation 5? Well, actually, as a matter of fact, it wouldn't be of no surprise if the same thing happened to Xbox. However, Nintendo is welcoming more of the waifu because, well, let's be honest here. Nintendo got ripped a new one a lot of times. Nintendo doubled down on it. They got ripped a new one. They tripled down. They ripped a new one. And Nintendo's like, you know what? Let's just shush. Let it happen. I mean, I know it's Senran Kagura. All right, just let the waifu. Just let the waifu. Just let the waifu go boing boing. Just let it go. Because we've cracked down on that before, and we got ripped a new one a lot of times. So. Yeah. And they want to make their Nintendo Switches sell. They want to have something for everybody. Yeah, they want to have more something for everybody. They're doing what they can. Alright, so sooner or later they'll be getting off their comfort spot. There are a few hiccups here, but sooner or later Nintendo will get off their comfort spot, and pretty much with The Witcher 3, they're going to pretty much let in the... they're going to pretty much say, okay, you know what, just let the nudity happen, just let the nip slip, alright? Fine. Because we don't want to get ripped a new asshole. Because that's what's going on. Because Nintendo's opening the door for Senran Kagura and keeping their mouth shut. Because they got ripped a new asshole a lot of times. I mean, so yeah, they did it back in the SNES days. It bit them in the behind. They started doing it with Wii U, and it bit them in the behind. And Nintendo's like, So, yeah, this happened because of it. But, however, Sony would get that strict. You're a company that's known for God of War. You're a company that has gained your following. You're a company that has pretty much snagged Japanese developers from left and right from the Xbox lineup. You have Galgun coming to your PS4. You have everything going around here. And then you're going to blow all of that off by throwing off this strict content policy. Oh, no. No, that's sexist, I really, to be honest with you, that's one out of the many red flags, and this whole PlayStation situation just shows, like, multiple writings on the wall. Actually, as a matter of fact, there has been multiple writings on the wall stating, hey, consoles are going to be good fun while they lasted. It's not going to make any sense if you are to get a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox One. And it will not matter how many units, how many billions sold. The PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Scarlet will be the last generation. Trust me. Because Microsoft and Sony will both do something stupid. And you're going to have to end up getting a gaming PC. So... with that kind of said, unless you're willing to become a game collector, which I'll talk about later, about Scarlet, I just want to get a good, legitimate confirmation from Microsoft themselves. So, yeah, we'll see about that. But however, as of right now, it's not going to make any single sense to get a... I mean, if you're an avid game collector, or if you are huge for Death Stranding or Final Fantasy VII Remake, Final Fantasy VII Remake is big, then you want to get yourself like a PS4. That's understandable. But, however, the future of gaming is going to end up on PC, and consoles are going to make less and less sense to get a hold of. Yeah, there's the convenience, but really at the same time, you want more of the freedom, and you want more power, and you want the best. So with that said, what is that sound? So, yeah. Things happen. But, however, at the same time, with the future going to be handed off to PC gaming, Steam cannot afford to make one heck of a screw-up. And so does Nvidia. Because both Nvidia and Valve messed up really bad. And now, because of it, we got the Epic Games situation, and we have the RTX 2000 being disappointing. So, with that said, the future is being handed off to PC gaming, which means that the future of gaming is in your hands, which means you need to get it together. You can't be messing up anymore. You can't be doing that anymore. You can't. Alright? I mean, come on. You just lost Shenmue 3 to Epic Game Store. And everybody hates Epic Game Store. And I know what happened to Shenmue 3 being Epic Game Store exclusive is pretty messed up. And Review Tech USA put it out very detailed and very well. It is messed up. And yes, I do agree, competition does happen, but unfortunately, this competition should have been prevented had you not make that mess up. Because really, to be honest with you here, when it comes to competition, it's normally kind of like a slap in the face telling you to snap the hell out of it. Alright. Everybody's been saying it, everybody's been telling you about this. Alright. You need to figure something out here. But, however, if you're willing to compromise with Epic Game Store, that is entirely. But, however, not everybody will compromise with Epic Game Store. Not everyone. But, however, with the future of PC gaming handed off to PC gaming's hands, Steam cannot afford a single fuck-up. Neither can Nvidia afford a single fuck-up. Alright? So, with that said, there's writings on the wall. The consoles are not going to last long. Your friends are going to have... They're going to be playing their games on their GTX 1000 series or RTX 2000 series powered desktops, and everybody's going to be like... And pretty much you're going to be sitting around here on a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Scarlet realizing... So that future is something. PC gaming is becoming more and more recommended. Not mandatory, but more and more recommended. So, with that kind of said, the writings are already on that wall. And with that kind of said, that Sony censorship situation is one of the many. So, yeah. It'll happen. Alright. That's gonna do it for the news videos. Like as stated, source links in the description. And boy oh boy, a lot of crazy interesting news. And I am glad that E3 week happened. I get all sorts of E3 related stuff. That means more news from left and right. And nothing about YouTube drama. I mean, I tried to do a news video. I got slapped in the face with the Pro Jared scandal and fucking James Charles. Oh, look at all the tea. Oh man, there's tea. Everything was dominated by tea, left and right. And boy oh boy. But hey, things happen. About damn time. I was able to pull off a good news video. Anyway, that's gonna be all, and I'll be looking forward to you in the next video. Peace out.